Yeah, we're going to be opening the first pack of the. Oh. Sorry, I'm not curious. Yeah. Same thing. Weird. Alright. Oh yeah, that's lands and those are tokens. So I still have some stuff to do in Amonkhet. Quick reference guide. There's the die. Yeah. Not sure how much of this you guys can see because I've got yeah, alright. So that's curious. But yeah, we're going to be opening up the first pack from here. Which is not going to be that pack. It's instead going to be that pack. Yeah, we're going to save the collector's boosters for a while. Yeah. Yeah, first one from the booster bundle. So hopefully we get a lot of different cards this time, but we'll see. Yep. Oh. So about peripherals for the computer, I'm gonna try to get a 1440p monitor. Like the first computer I got, which was a long time ago, like 15 years ago, was back when like 1280 by 1024 was common, and the 16 by 9 monitors were just becoming a thing. So I used that monitor for probably longer than I, what is that? Should have. And sorry, that's going on. Like there's no card information, no card top. It's just is that just a piece of paper? No, that's an actual card. Huh. Advertisement. So are these actually? Wow. Actually packed opposite than the normal ones. The normal ones you open and you see the first card, but this one for some reason got packed backwards. It's a token creature that I think I already have. Anyways, that was I'll make a note of that and see if that happens in other packs. And then in the computer that I built a few years ago, like a lot of the resolution fights had already ended, and it was back about the time that 4K was coming onto the market. So an unexplained vision. So like 1080p and 1440p had already become standardized. But because it was like close enough to the release of Grand Theft Auto 5 and various other games that I didn't really want to I wanted to be able to basically push games at maximum settings and record them at the same time without too much of a toll. So I ended up just going with a 1080p, instead of a full 1440p. And also price wise, 1440p monitors were still expensive, and I was basically broke. So yeah, I think I found like a $200 1080p monitor that I used. But this time I'm going to go with 1440p just because, yeah, I like it. All right, Smitten Swordmaster, 2 mana for a 2/1 with lifelink. The quest is Curry Favor. You gain X life, and each opponent loses X life, where X is the number of knights you control. So Curry Favor is 1 mana. It's 2 mana to cast the creature 2/1 with lifelink. My quest: why to marry Ayara or die trying. Alright, 105. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not necessarily good at Twitch reaction games like FPSs. I mean, I can get through them on normal, and sometimes I can do hard, but like in multiplayer and competitive play, I'm like an abysmal player. So the only thing I could probably hold my own at is racing games, but I don't know. Red Cap Raiders. For even for those, like I think I would prefer just having the extra pixel space and resolution and beauty rather than going with the ultra fast refresh rates. Because like in a lot of those games, I'm probably going to spend a decent amount of time just sitting and enjoying the surroundings. So it's not a huge deal to sacrifice the refresh rate slightly for more beauty. Similarly, oops, wrong one. When I originally built my first, when I built my most recent computer, I went Intel NVIDIA for the build because AMD hadn't really. AMD was just getting their stuff together. Like Ryzen was just coming out, and was Ryzen and Vega were just coming out and were expensive. Right, Flutterfox, 2 mana for a 2/2. As long as you control an artifact or enchantment, Flutterfox has flying. The White Fox grinned. How about a bet, dragon? If I win, the skies are mine. After he stopped laughing, the dragon agreed. Tales of the Fae. That's interesting. It has wings on the hind 2 legs. It looks possessed. Anyways, whoa. Yeah, so I went NVIDIA and Intel because AMD was still like yards behind them. And like AMD has the FreeSync stuff, but back then NVIDIA just did the G-Sync stuff, which was like $150 luxury tax on monitors. So I didn't end up going with that. But this time I am going to go with FreeSync. And I'm going to try to get a IPS monitor because I hear the colors are better than what is it, TPC? Yeah, so basically I'm going to go for beauty over functionality to an extent. Eye collector. I mean, to monitor, it'll work, but I don't need like 240 hertz. 120 hertz would be nice, but 60 hertz will do. Yeah, and for mouse, I don't have particularly big hands. Like But I like mice that I can like palm, like just rest my entire hand on, and they like contour to my palm. I don't like mice that I have to claw a lot, especially for gaming. Like if I'm going to be doing if I'm going to be playing a game for like a few hours at a time, I'm going to want something where I can basically rest my hand on it and move like my arm from time to time and use the wrist for twitch action rather than something that I have to constantly like claw onto. So the last mouse I got, or the first mouse I used to use a long time ago was um, a, Microsoft IntelliMouse 3, I think. Rosethorn Acolyte, Elf Druid, 3 mana, 2/3. Tap, add 1 mana of any color. The adventure is Seasonal Ritual. Add 1 mana of any color. So you pay a green to get a mana of a different color, and you can cast this to get you something that you can tap and get a mana of any color. That's also a 2/3 creature. Old battlefields make great gardens, so rich from the blood of the fallen. So this is 114 or 174. So, and I don't know. This time I wanted something more, or the most recent computer I built, I wanted something more gaming oriented. So I ended up getting a Death Adder, which that was pretty nice. Tome Raider. And I'm probably just gonna get that again. The original one I got had a Chroma, like a Razor Death Adder Chroma, but this time I may just get a standard Death Adder, something without. I'm not gonna go full for the RGB. Like the last computer I did, I paid a premium for the RGB. This time I just want something functional because this channel takes off or anything, I'm probably going to be replacing it in a year or two anyways. So it's not a huge deal if it's not like perfectly amazing for me. Want some unicorn, which is why part of the reason why I'm not going for RGB. The other reason is because I live in a small apartment, and instead of having to turn it on and off constantly, it would be probably just more beneficial for me to have it off all the time. So, and even if I got it, I would probably leave it off all the time. So, I'm probably not going to. And similarly with the keyboard, the last time I had a Black Widow Chroma. This time, I'm gonna look into the. I'm gonna spend more, or I'm gonna be pickier about which keycaps it had, or not keycaps. Which switches it has. Mystic Sanctuary. Rather than focusing on the RGB aspect of it. So I may go Corsair for this. I may stick with Razor. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna focus on something with quieter keycaps rather than, because I think the last one I had was like green or whatever. That was like the loud clickety clack. So when I was typing, it would just be clackety clackety clack, which yeah, for me by myself it wasn't bad, but I'm gonna be recording this. I used to record gameplay and stuff, but I used to always record it as a youthful night, just the gameplay without any microphone webcam, so it didn't matter back then. But if I'm going to be recording in front of webcam, it would be nice to have a keyboard that's hopefully relatively quiet, maybe not perfectly quiet. Yeah, I think no, this deck doesn't have a foil. I don't think. Anyways, yeah. All right. So, anyways, the keyboard I'm still open to ideas. And for the headset, like I got the Razer Kraken Chroma last time. This time I'm probably going to get something different. One thing I didn't like about the Chroma was the microphone on it was not the greatest. Like just the fact that it stood out from the side of the ear and it didn't seem all that stable, and like I don't know, it seemed for the headset it seemed fine, but since I'm probably going to be doing gameplay with recording, and it might be better for me to pull the microphone off of the headset rather than off of a webcam. Like getting something that at least has a half decent microphone on it seems more important than getting something with Chroma. Or so. Yeah, I'm gonna be searching for something that I think will be comfortable for me, but also have like a very solid. Oh, they're no, um, but something that also has at least pretty solid looking microphone. All right, Marleaf Pixie Fairy, one green, one blue, flying. Tap to add either a green or a blue. And it's 2/2 and uncommon. Neither hostile nor friendly. Pixies foot through the forest seeking the treasures of the wilds. Um, 196. 193. So, yeah. Um, oh, and for sound systems, like, so on my original computer, which was like 15 years old, that I had the monitor from that still works, the sound system for that also worked. It was at the time a 5.1 surround sound, but yeah, just from having it and using it, I never really used the 5.1. I usually used it as like a, I guess 2.1 or 3.1, like the center plus the front left and right plus the bass, or a 1.1, just the center and the bass. Um, anyway, so when I built the last computer a few years ago, I literally just used that speaker system. All right, animating fairy. So the adventure is bring to life. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact creature. Put 4+1/+1 counters on it. And for 3 more mana, it's a 2/2 and flying. A true puppet master has no need for strings. Pinocchio. Alright. Not gonna lie, I don't know all that many fairy tales. Like Fairy Vandal, no idea where that's from. Um, so yeah, and the nice thing about that was I often used the base for a footrest, just because it was like the perfect size for me to put my feet up on. The desk I'm gonna be getting, the price on the desk and chair went up, so it's now like $300 for those. But anyways, I can either wait for them to go on a discount or just choose a different sharing option. But the desk doesn't have like bars on the side or any walls on the sides, but it has like underside shelving. So I can use those as footrests if I need to. Plus, the chair should come with a footrest as well. So not too much. Uh, oh, this is an alternate artwork again. Like, um, do I even have enough for this one? 283, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this one goes right here. Order of Midnight. Uh, uh, Sorcery, Alter Fate. 2 mana. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. 2 mana. Human Knight with flying. Order of Midnight can't block, and it's 2/2. $88, $97, $306, $315. Yeah, so I need 2 more pages for the to make room for the alternate art cards plus the Planeswalker Dex cards. 2 or 3? 1, 4. Alright. I don't know, anyways. Yeah, but I don't have that computer with me anymore, so and those speakers with me, so I'm gonna actually have to, like, speakers aren't a huge thing, but it is convenient when playing games like Tropico or other simulation-based games to not have to wear headphones when playing them. So I'm gonna have to be getting a speaker set at some point. Fires of Invention. You can cast spells only during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less than or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana costs. Just tell us how many you want and get out of the way. Okay. So that's, you can only cast 2 spells like, this is powerful, but it's also highly restricted, which is interesting. So as long as you have enough land to cast a spell, you can cast the spell, but you can only cast 2 spells each turn. So conceivably, you could cast 2 spells that, like, if you have 5 mana out, you can cast 2 5-mana spells in one turn, which would be very influential in the game, but since you wouldn't be able to cast any other spells, your opponent would know that you would have no, like, means of countering any of their spells because yeah, you're basically out of spells. So interesting card. Um, yeah, and then I'm going to need a bunch of other like stuff. Like I'm going to need to buy twisty ties. Like my first computer was a forest. My first computer was like a full tower, and the computer that I built the past time was like a mid tower. And so cable management in those was basically can the cable stretch from where you need to plug it into, or can the cable stretch between where the two ends where you need it, rather than like actually making it look good. But since this is going to be a micro ATX build, cable management is actually going to have to be a thing. So yeah, I'm going to need twisty ties for that. And Human Warrior I already have. It actually has a different ad on the back. That's for the next set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 cards. I got one alternate art card and a land, so 6 new cards, and plus 2 random cards, plus 8 cards left over. So yeah, I'm gonna have to buy, or yeah, I'm gonna need like twisty ties. I'm also going to need to buy some SATA cables because I think the case only comes with 2, and since I'm gonna need 5 of them, yeah. The power supply I'm looking at is modular, so fully modular. So that should come with all of the. I already have 2 and some unicorns as extras. That should already come with all of the cables that I'll need. But yeah, the SATA cables, the twisty ties, the speakers, which I already have 2 extra eye collectors. I'm also going to need to for the speakers. I'm going to try to go like a 2.1 thing or something, just because it would be nice, and 2 extra Mystic Sanctuaries. That's just an ad card. Yeah. We're actually starting to acquire duplicate cards now, so these should hopefully go faster. They should begin to go faster soon because the duplicate cards I don't have to read out and everything. But I still have to mark. So yeah. Oh, and the CPU I'm looking at is a Ryzen CPU, and it comes with a cooler, so I'm probably going to use stock cooler for that. But depending on how that goes, I may need to get an aftermarket cooler, and also I'm going to need more fans because, like, the CPU is theoretically about 450 watts in power, which is going to be a decent amount of heat and in that small of a space. The case only comes with 1 fan, so I'm going to be getting 2 more of those. Oh, and the $1,500 that I said for the tower, that also included Windows 10 as well. so that's not a problem. And then after that, it's basically just install things like GIMP, Shotcut, Discord, uh, Twitch, Steam, install all of my Steam library, broadcast software, and yep. So, other than the hardware, there shouldn't be much to actually pay for. It's just the hardware is going to be a lot. Yeah. So I'll keep you guys up to date with what I'm buying, and I'll show you about it. So the package that I was expecting, I haven't checked since I started recording, but as of like 40 minutes ago, it still wasn't here. And um, I don't know. I think Amazon was overly optimistic when they said being delivered today by 9 p.m. because it didn't even say it was out for delivery. So yeah, it's probably not coming until Monday, which kind of is annoying because that hand warmer I was totally going to try out. Like I was really looking forward to trying that out, but oh well. Um, so yeah, um, I highly doubt it'll come tomorrow. So, but when it does come, I'll show you what else it contains besides the hand warmer. And yeah, so the plan is to wait. I should have a better idea of the plan towards the end of the week, probably Thursday or Friday, hopefully, which will help me make a. Yeah, so after like hopefully by the end of the week I'll have a better plan, and that should involve starting to buy furniture, buy like I'm fine with buying the furniture fairly early just because like with two tablets I should have a UPC anyways. Just that just makes sense. Plus I'm getting kind of tired of sitting on the floor constantly, so I'll probably buy the furniture once some. I'm waiting for one thing to happen. Basically, I'm going to be taking a week off to just relax from work. So after that happens, I'll probably just try to buy the furniture around that time, and then from there it's like as I have money, buy the next set of peripherals, or from there, like once I have money, buy the peripherals, and then once I have enough money, buy the actual hardware for the computer. And I'll build the computer on stream so you guys can watch, even though I'm pretty sure there's 0 of you at the moment, which, yeah, whatever. I'll build the computer on stream and talk about it. Anyways, I'll let you guys know about that. I'll keep you guys up to date on like what's going on. But for now, I'll probably do some more. I'll I'll do more streams tomorrow and probably on Monday when the package arrives. Which, yeah, it's kind of annoying it's not here. And then I'll just. All right. Anyways, this has been a kind of a long video, so thank you.